Good morning from LJ, Georgia. Hi, atop of the FYNTV office building here. We're on the 14th floor today. We've moved our offices up. We've worked on the 10th floor, the 11th. We never worked on the 13th floor. Never have. Won't do that. We don't work on the 13th floor. But anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. I'm getting everything ready here. Just stay with me. I got to plug a couple things in. So, good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, let's show people how they can get in touch with us this morning. If they would like to, there you go. There's our phone number, and there's our phone number and our email address. 67 degrees. 802 social media ways to follow the show. There you go. All right, folks. Let me do this first. I want to give a shout out. I like to do things like that, start the day. I'm going to try to do some nice shout outs so that way I don't get worked up immediately. I do not. It's Wednesday. It's grass cutting day, for too much information. I was able to get a short nap yesterday. I did not have to go out last night. So I was able to go to bed at a reasonable time, and I feel much better today. I know you really needed to know all that. But I don't want to get worked up. I want Wednesday to go smooth. So I want to give a shout out to my caller yesterday afternoon from Northern California. I really appreciate the call from up there in Northern California. It gives me hope. This gentleman, very nice guy. First of all, had a big thank you to us, Josh, for broadcasting the Diz All-Star Tournament for the 12-year-olds up at Fannin County. Northern California, first time, and he said, I'm not going to get emotional, but it's the first time I ever got to see my grandson play. And I tell you, and then he started watching the show maybe, right? Because he started making some comments and we started having a conversation. So anyhow, thank you for that phone call from Northern California. All hope is not lost. Second, Josh, I want to give a shout out to White County. Now, if you're out there watching nationally, stay with us just a second. White County, Georgia, over there in Cleveland. Josh, wait till you see this baseball park. They just built a brand new baseball park, 4 fields. Josh, you wait till you see our setup that we're going to have. I mean, I'm just telling you, these are beautiful fields to play on. Beautiful park. Big shout out because next Thursday we start 2 games in the Dizzy Dean Division 6 12-year-old tournament. And if you would like to sponsor, because that's the way we're able to afford to bring these tournaments, is to have you out there sponsor these tournaments so we could do it, so those grandparents out there can watch their grandkids play for the first time. Don't hesitate to get in touch with us, info, I-N-F-O. You can send it to me, chief, or info@fetchernews.com, and tell us how you would like to help sponsor those baseball tournaments that we do. All right, now, when I go through social media, all right, and I post things on social media, Let's do this for the new viewers, the ones of you that have been with us for some time. When I post on social media, let me get this straight. This is exactly what you read, okay? Good morning from the office, hashtag BKP, hashtag anything goes. BKP's opinion on local, state, and national news and politics. BKP's opinion, all right? So yesterday I put up a picture of Melania Trump, the First Lady of the United States, and I'm just going to call it out, all right? The First Lady of the United States, the President of the United States, and the Queen of England. And someone that works at the Democrat newspaper in Blue Ridge, Georgia, yes, Blue Ridge, Georgia has a Democrat newspaper masked as a Republican, but hey, it is what it is, right? So the Democrat newspaper in Blue Ridge, Georgia, there's a little paper up there. I think they have 20 or 30 subscribers to it. Someone that works in that office posted something very nasty on our Facebook page with a very nasty picture. All right. And they're very clear they're Democrats. That's just the way they are. That's the way they are. Very derogatory to the First Lady. Very derogatory picture, nasty picture, nasty picture. Oh my God, secret word, 2 days in a row, nasty. This was a nasty picture. You see, there's nasty, nasty, nasty. This was a nasty picture we will not allow on our face. So we took it off. And you know what? If that's what you want to do, working up there at the Democrat newspaper in Blue Ridge, Georgia, you do whatever you want. But you won't do it on our Facebook page. All right, that being said, let's just go with the lady in red. One more time, number 40. Let's open with something nice, number 40. Now, our embassy there, it's customary to host a reciprocal dinner. The Queen and everybody at the palace had a big shindig. You know, that's me going to the shindig, right? They had a big shindig over at the palace the night before last for President Trump and our First Lady, that beautiful lady right there in the red dress. So anyhow, we always reciprocate with a dinner at our embassy. Give me number 41. And last night, our President of the United States and our First Lady hosted Prince Charles. And is that Camilla Parker Bowles? I was off the top of my head, I forget his second wife there. And that's at our U.S. Embassy. And that, I think, is George Washington behind us. I don't know. But there is the lovely First Lady in red. You know, the one thing, and we will get to some bigger news, but the one thing they used to talk about, you remember, seems like it was just yesterday when that behemoth with man hands was First Lady. Michelle was First Lady, all right? I mean, yeah, I'm trying to be nice, right? I don't want to be nasty about it. I don't want to be like Meghan Markle, the princess over there, seventh in line to the throne. She's got to kill 6 people off to get close to the family jewels. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Andrew Dice Clay. Whoa. Whoa. That's old school stuff. All right. So anyhow, remember in the old days when the lady was, Michelle was First Lady, and, you know, it didn't matter what she wore. You know, it didn't matter if she tore. They would take a tablecloth and then alter it and let her wear it. And all the media, remember the media would do just interviews with the designer. We're bringing in the designer of Michelle's new hat, dress, shoes, whatever, all right? So they'd bring in the designer and highlight it, right? And then they would claim, remember they would claim that they were JQ crew. They would claim that Michelle Obama's dresses were just flying off the rack because the designers. And now this lovely lady here, and I didn't bring up what she wore the other day. Do you have 44? Let's go with that. You have the beautiful... No, let's go. I'm sorry, Josh. Josh, go with 40. Look at this. And I know what you're saying. Is this a segment? The hypocrisy of these people, you know, because they're better than us, folks. They are. You just got to understand. These damn media people, they're better than you and I, right? Right? You know what I mean? They have planned... They are Planned Parenthood, like they plan to have little Biff and little Julie, and they plan everything out. You know, they're better than us, all right? Accidents don't happen in their world. What the hell am I saying? Having some fun. All right, so here's a beautiful lady in red. Beautiful dress, right? Now, if this was the behemoth, the man hands First Lady Michelle Obama, they would be doing segments over and over on how she was dressed, how eloquent, how beautiful, how she walked, her grace. Oh my God. All right. They would be over and over, her designer, nothing. I mean, I watch all the shows, nothing. Okay? Nasty is the word. Word of the week is nasty for these dumbass people. So go to number 44. This really bothered all the libtards out there. Is that what you call them? All right. This really bothered them because they said that Melania's dress there and hat resembled what she took a page out of Princess Di's book there on the other side of the screen. Again, no designers, no big conversation, no how eloquent, how lovely the First Lady is visiting, her etiquette, nothing. You can say if it's happening, if you are hearing it, you're on the isolated news cycle. But the main, when I say main, if you add them all together, ABC, CBS, MSNBC, CNN, nothing. All right? But I'm here to tell you, back to 41, Josh was like, make up your mind. I'm here to tell you that outfit right there that you just saw and this red dress, they're jumping off the rack everywhere in the world. Whoever designed both of those, they're raking it in because that is coming off the rack. That hat, I will tell you what, it is coming off the rack. So to our beautiful and lovely First Lady, Melania Trump, oh, thank God we don't have to put up with the, man hands anymore. I'm sorry, everybody like, do you have to be like that? Now, give me 43, and then I'm going to go to break because we're going to start talking about some stuff, okay? 43, there you go. Now, you see the Queen? Obviously, you see the Queen. What a dumb question, right? But you see the Queen. You see Donald. Now, I'm surprised they haven't called in the body language experts, okay? I'm surprised they haven't called in the body language experts. All right? So, every week, I don't know how it's done now, but every week, they're supposed to bring in the box, the government box, for the Queen. And there was a time when the Prime Minister, I think it was every week, traveled over to Buckingham Palace or to the Queen and laid out the government box of what was going on in the government or things that needed her signature or whatever it may be. Okay? And the first time it was delivered to this young Queen was from Winston Churchill. And Winston Churchill realized, and these are my words, okay, I'm not trying to go down history this morning, but Winston Churchill realized that the first time he delivered the box to this very young Queen, that she had no idea what was in that box, what she was supposed to do with it. I mean, this happened rapidly for this young Queen. And I tell you what, I don't want to get into whether I like or dislike the Queen, but she made sure that she got the education she needed to be a part of what was going on. See, at this time, when Churchill came in and she became the Queen, they went to school. They went to school to learn etiquette. They went to school to learn to be the Queen, to to have the proper dinner and all the above. You know where I'm going. I'm at a loss for words. But they did not really focus on the royals, having a master's degree in, chemistry or whatever. They had a different education, the royals. And Queen Elizabeth said, no, that's not going to happen with me. And she made major changes there. Now, don't say I'm calling the Queen dumb. It didn't happen here, all right? So let's get back to what I'm getting at. I'm surprised the body language people are not looking at this and trying to break down that the Queen is sincerely enjoying President Donald Trump's company. Okay? Now let's just freak out the total left right now. Hit number 49. Yeah, 49. Look in your email and tell me if I sent it. If I didn't, I'll send it again. I may not have sent it. Okay? Stop at 48. Okay. Hold on just a second, folks. Sometimes I forget to send Josh stuff. And what do they call it? Do they still call it my bad? I don't know. All right, I did not send. So let me go ahead and do this, Josh. Won't take but a second. Please bear with us, folks. Stay with me just a minute. World didn't end. I see there, Josh. I didn't send it. There it is. So, okay, so getting back to that, the Queen is, if you look, is actually enjoying the president's company, all right? Now, while we're on that, Josh, and you're getting that ready for me, let's go ahead and put up number 27. Trump falsely claims UN rallies support him. Now, that's what MSNBC at 4:02 Eastern Central Time. So at 5 o'clock this morning, right out of the box, Trump falsely claims UK rallies support him. You do know the short London Muslim mayor, Saeed, right, orchestrated all of these rallies. Okay? Orchestrated all these rallies. Saeed did. The London short Muslim mayor. And he is a negative force. Now, the attacks on our president, these protest rallies, the attacks on our president, his etiquette, he broke etiquette, a diplomatic nightmare going over there. This is a mayor that has done nothing whatsoever, just like de Blasio in New York. Okay? See, Trump is correct, and they can't take it. De Blasio went where? He went inside the plaza of the Trump Tower to attack the President of the United States, right? Bill de Blasio, the socialist mayor of New York City. I mean, he has helped. Mayor de Blasio is playing a role right into sending Paul Manafort to Rikers Island, right? Really? So Trump just said, hey, the London mayor, Saeed, the little short Muslim, is doing the same thing. So he orchestrated these rallies, okay? Go to number 28. Trump falsely claims UK rallies support him. There were actually supporters. Now, here's the thing. They're upset because actually, without the media, our media and their media, Trump's ratings would be much higher. But the conservative groups like that, Nigel Farage's party and Johnson, Boris Johnson's party, these parties and the people that voted for Brexit, they're Trump supporters. This is a liberal Muslim city. Okay, London is a Muslim city that hates Trump. But here's the thing. 250,000 were predicted. 250,000 people were predicted to line the streets. It's a lot of people, but they might have got 20,000. Might have got 15, I'm not for sure. And there was Trump supporters. And you should go online and look at the trash they like to leave behind. So they are all tore up this morning. that there's actually support for President Donald Trump. And one more time and I'll go to break. Number 43. Why is Queen Elizabeth smiling with Donald Trump and actually enjoying his company and attending the D-Day ceremony with him today? Why? 49. This is a picture of Winston Churchill and Queen Elizabeth, her first prime minister. The prime minister that saved her country, as she feels, from Nazis. With the help, when I say the help, of the Americans that left a lot of blood on the shores and in Europe to save this country. And there's Churchill. Queen Elizabeth has not sat down with a prime minister since Churchill that has had enough brass guts to say what has to be said, knows what has to be done, and will do anything it takes regardless of the criticism, like President Donald J. Trump. And that's the bottom line. And they can't take it, folks. They've gone crazy. And D-Day will go well. If D-Day 75th year's remembrance of D-Day will go well with the president, because all of the media out there is looking for that major mistake, betting against America. Josh, I sent you a video on D-Day. Let's play that and then we'll take a break.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well-trained, well-equipped, and battle-hardened. He will fight savagely. But this is the year 1944. Much has happened since the Nazi triumphs of 1940-41. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
Folks, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We left a lot of kids over there, a lot of young men on those shores. But thank you, because I do know that my freedom today and your freedom today has so much, has everything to do with, not so much everything to do with your sacrifice and the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you very much. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be right back after these messages.